And now, Mike's thoughts.
NFL contracts are there for a reason. You sign a contract for a reason. You don't sign a contract to opt out of it 1 year later. You don't sign a contract to demand more money the next season. You don't do a contract to say, I'm not going to play until I get some more bills, yo. Guys, the NFL is in contract hell. Many of these players, a lot of them outperform their contracts. And I understand, get your money while you're young. Get your money while you can. But at the end of the day, you signed a contract to perform. And when you perform and you exceed those expectations, that does not give you the ability to sit out. That does not give you the basis to sit out till you get more bills. Yo. Now, I understand the NFL is not guaranteed money. I understand that the NFL, you could be here one day and gone the next. I understand it. You can get cut at any given time. But when you sign a 4-year, $100 million deal, and you live up to that $20 million, $25 million per season, and then all of a sudden you want more money, don't get mad when the team's like, thanks but no thanks. Don't get mad when there's other people out there like, thanks but no thanks. Don't get mad when us fans get upset with you because you're not playing because you want some more dollar bills, y'all, because you're a Karen. You're a Chad. At the end of the day, stop it. At the end of the day, you signed a contract, honor it. At the end of the day, you did a lot more for free than you are now. Cue that intro. Are you ready for the best damn NFL show on the planet? Man Hour Nation! Rise up.
Yeah, hey, let's go. Hitting that gridiron, we going hard, we running the plays. You know the vibe, only the strong survive. Gotta keep your head in the game. Talking NFL, uncut, straight raw, steady bringing that sauce. We about to take off, get it hype. This man, our sport talk. Yeah, from the quarterback to the lineman, everybody bringing heat. You don't really wanna try them. Hey, who gon' win? It's a battle of the giants. This show is the flyest. Nobody can deny it. This is Man Hour. Sport Talk. Man Hour. Sport Talk. What team you reppin'? We keep it interesting. Who caught another down? Who got that interception? This is Man Hour. Sport Talk. Man Hour. Sport Talk. What team you reppin'? We keep it interesting. Who caught another down? Who got that interception?
Let's go. What is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckhusher here with the Man Hour Show, the manhourradio.com. Check out the merchandise page. Sure, check out the blog section as well. But most importantly, guys, check out that Explore tab. Find many ways to find us out there on the old interwebs. You can find us on YouTube, youtube.com/Man Hour. You can find us at facebook.com/Man Hour. And of course, you can find us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course, the good old YouTubes as well. But guys, this is live, raw, uncut NFL talks. We took a week off. We are back. We've gotten their whips, and we got to talk about the Eagles. Can the Philadelphia Eagles repeat in 2025? Can they come back and run the table once again? Or was 2024 just a fluke? Was 2024 a fluke? Can they repeat? We got to figure that out. And it's time to give Jalen Hurts that credit. It is time to be like, you know what, Jalen Hurts? You are the man. You are the myth. You are the legend. Guys, stop sleeping on that man. And then Aaron Rodgers. He's been cut by the New York Jets. He's been saying, see you later, alligator. Get out of here after Wild Crocodile. What teams fit like Aaron Rodgers? Is it the Raiders? Is it the Titans? Is it the Giants? What? Slow it down, baby. We're going to talk about that. And of course, we got Myles Garret. Myles Garret wants out. That contract dispute is about Myles Garret. Talk about that. Where is he going? And Jayden Daniel has officially ruined the NFL. We're no longer going to watch the NFL because of flat out one person only. The name is Jayden freaking Daniels of the Washington Commanders. And then it is Toxic Tuesday. We got the Jaguars. Justin Tucker like to touch the tip of women's and Tyreek Hill. And then, of course, we got a little bit of fact. And then we got a little bit of crap. Trey Smith, his rookie deal, he is officially done. We got my man Travis Kelce contemplating retirement. And then T. Higgins, that man wants to get paid too. Before we get too carried away, guys, we got to welcome some people in the chat. We got to see The old man River in there. We got the... I don't know. What's up? What's up, old man River? I see you in out there. What's up? What's up? We got my man, Alpha Rob. What is up, Alpha Rob? We see you, big guy. Hopefully your Buffalo Bills can rebound in 2025. Alpha Rob. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. And then we got Panda Squad is in the house. What's up, Panda Squad? What up? What up? What up? And Jen says, where are those fat bitches at? Where are those FTWB? Where are those FTWBs at? What up, Jim? What up, what up, what up? Oh, guys, it is a live, raw, uncut NFL stock. We see everything. We talk about everything. If you guys got a comment down below. This is a live, interactive show. We bump up the comments and bada bing, bada boom. It is good to go, good to go. But, guys, let's get into the title segment of today's show. Let's get into the title segment of today's show, and that is the one and only Philadelphia Eagles. That's right, guys. The Philadelphia Eagles had huge success in 2024 by winning the Super Bowl. Not only did they win the Super Bowl, they pretty much dominated the Super Bowl, pretty much dominated the whole NFL season from week 6 on. That's all we can talk about. It's Philadelphia Eagles, and by the way, some Philadelphia Eagles as well. They have clearly had one of the best rosters in 2024 from top to bottom. From the left tackle to the quarterback to the running back to receivers to linebackers to backup kicker, they had the best guys. But guys, how can the Eagles repeat in 2025? How can the Philadelphia Eagles go out there and repeat the success that they had in 2024? Well, first thing they got to do, number one thing they got to do is they got to lock up some free key agents. They got some big key free agents coming up, two of them being Josh Sweat, Macomb Beckham, Milton Williams, and Zach Bond. They got those 4 big names right there, and they need to lock those guys up. As you guys know, the Philadelphia Eagles had one of the best defenses in the NFL this season. They had a dominant front 4. They had a dominant linebacking crew. They had an overachieving secondary, right? But what they need to do single-handedly is they need to bring back their linebacker. They need to bring back Zach Braun, plain and simple. He was the best linebacker in the NFL, hands down. He was so great because of Josh Sweat. Let's not get that twisted. But Zach Braun was the man, the myth, the legend like himself. Zach Braun came out and single-handedly destroyed a lot of people out there, right? He single-handedly said, come here, little boy, sit back down because I'm your daddy now, right? So that's the first thing that they got to do is they got to sign Zach. Number 2, yes, they need offensive linemen. Yes, you need a little bit of this. Yes, you need a little bit of that. But the reason why Zach had so much success is the front 4 up front. Josh Sweat had a Super Bowl of a lifetime. Josh Sweat was the man, the myth, the legend. Every time you looked up, Josh Sweat was back out there doing his thing. So if they want to bring back Zach, they need to bring back Josh Sweat as well, right? Yes, you can replace some linemen. Yes, you can do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, right? But Zach Braun and Josh Sweat are the 2 key acquisitions that they need to do this offseason on their own team to have a chance to repeat in 2025. Next up is the old offensive coordinator. Kellen Moore is gone. Kellen Moore's down there in the Big Easy, baby. He's sitting there in NOLA getting those voodoo dolls and hitting Patrick Mahomes and the rest of the boys. Kellen Moore is gone. And the last time the Philadelphia Eagles had a nice little Super Bowl run and they lost their offensive coordinator, they really didn't quite bounce back the following season. So they need to hire and fill the offensive coordinator perfectly. They need to find somebody that will feed Saquon Barkley, and then they need to find another person that is going to play into Jalen Hurts' success, or sorry, his strengths. If they're able to find that guy, if they're able to find that offensive coordinator that understands that Saquon Barkley only has probably a couple years left in him, right? Like, when I say a couple years, I mean like the man, the myth, the legend, the best guy on the field. Give him the ball and let him run for 7 yards. He only has a couple years left in him. Let's just be flat out honest. So use Saquon Barkley and play into Jalen Hurts' strengths. That is how the Philadelphia Eagles can repeat then 2025. Josh Sweat, Zach Baum, and find a competent offensive coordinator. And the third key is do not let Nick Sirianni get full of himself. Do not let Nick Sirianni get full of himself, because every time we see a little bit of success out of the Philadelphia Eagles, every time we see them starting to little cream to rise to the top, Nick Sirianni gets full of himself. Nick Sirianni thinks like, hey, my shit doesn't stink. Your fans stink. You stink. This stinks. Get me out of here, because he's like, I'm great. So contain Nick Sirianni, offensive coordinator, and sign some couple free key agents there, or your key free agents, I should say. So guys, with that being said, let's jump over into the comments. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? How can the Philadelphia Eagles legitimately repeat in 2025? How can they repeat? And Old Man River says flat out, right off the bat, says there will be no repeat for the Philadelphia Eagles. No way, no how, there's going to be a repeat for the Philadelphia Eagles. And Old Man River, first of all,
skin pun, get you some.
That's right. Old Man River is a pigskin punny, and he's going to get you some. But the simple fact of the matter is, Old Man River, I think you might be right. I might think you might be right to the extent, because we don't see a lot of NFC teams really repeating. We don't see a lot of NFC teams like, hey, you know what? We're on top. We are the dogs. And then they're just kind of like, what happened with ourselves? What we do with our hands? We don't know, right? So, as I do agree with you, Old Man River, that there will probably be no repeat in the NFC. There will probably be no repeat Super Bowl championships this year. We still got to ask the question, because they do got a pretty damn good roster, right? They still got a pretty good roster. They still got Jalen Hurts. They still got Nick Sirianni. They still got the man, the myth, the legend himself, Jalen freaking Hurts. Stop sleeping on that man. But stop sleeping on that man. My man, Alpha Rob, says Eagles repeat only if they play Kansas City Chiefs again, which they won't. Alpha Rob, I know you're trying to throw a little bit of shade at me, man. I understand my Kansas City Chiefs. That's right. I got back-to-back Super Bowl flag right there. I know my Kansas City Chiefs took a little bit of shot 2 Sundays ago. 10 days ago, my heart was on the floor. I was crying. I was upset. I'm like, man, what do I do with my life? But you know what, Alpha Rob? I think the Kansas City Chiefs will address their issues this offseason, aka offensive line. I think the Kansas City Chiefs will come out and they will be better and do better in due time. But can anybody, let's just think about this logically here. The Philadelphia Eagles played a perfect Super Bowl, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the Philadelphia Eagles played a perfect Super Bowl. From top to bottom, they played great. Quarterback play was great. Offensive line play was great. Defensive line play was great. Cooper DeJean played great. Hell, the kicker, Jake Elliott, had like 15 field goals. He was great, right? The Philadelphia Eagles played an A+ perfect game. Is there anybody in the AFC beating the Philadelphia Eagles the way they played on that Super Bowl? I don't think there is. The Buffalo Bills are not hanging. The Baltimore Ravens are not hanging. The Denver Broncos are not hanging. The LA Chargers are not hanging. The Pittsburgh Steelers are not hanging. I'm trying to reach for the low-hanging fruit, and there is nobody in their right mind. There is no team in the NFL would have beaten the Philadelphia Eagles that Super Bowl Sunday. It is what it is. Not one of those teams would have beaten the Philadelphia Eagles that Super Bowl Sunday. It is what it is. It is what it is. Old Man River says, I'm praying for the Lions versus Raiders Super Bowl next season. Come in here real close.
Pigskin pun, get you some.
I understand you're a pigskin pundit, Old Man River. I understand you are a pigskin pundit. But this is simply talking nonsense right here, my man. This is simply talking...
Pigskin pun, get you some.
Your pigskin pundit card might be revoked right here by saying this. I'm praying for Lions versus Raiders. I'm praying for it. Well, Mr. Old Man River, what does this shirt say? What does that shirt say? Detroit Lions fans, what does that shirt say? It says maybe next year since 1957. It says maybe next year since 1957. That doesn't mean it's coming in 2025. That doesn't mean it's coming in 2026. That doesn't mean it's coming in 2030. It's maybe next year since 1957 because it is never going to happen. The Detroit Lions Super Bowl window, smack down shut, baby. That Super Bowl window is so gone that I don't even know what to pray for like anymore. Detroit Lions fans better be hoping for a 5 or a 8-9 record moving forward because that's all they got. Dan Campbell is a great rah-rah coach. He's a terrible X's and O's coach. Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn carried that team. That coaching staff, beyond Dan Campbell, carried that team. Yes, Dan Campbell had the rah-rah, go get them, bite their kneecaps, grit, whatever, right? Yes, he had a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But the simple fact of the matter is once Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson left, Detroit Lions, you guys are done. You are done, baby. Now, for the Las Vegas Raiders. Listen, I understand the Las Vegas Raiders had a top 10 defense the last game of the season. I understand that the Las Vegas Raiders have the greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady, being like 2% owner. I understand that the Las Vegas Raiders have a lot of upward trajectory. But this is rinse and repeat for the Las Vegas Raiders year after year after year. In the month of February, March, April, May, it is hype city. 12, 13, 14 wins. We have a Super Bowl caliber team. We're going to the moon, baby. But once August comes, once September hits, once October, November, December hit, we're like, oh shit, we suck again. That is what the Las Vegas Raiders have to look forward to year after year and again. It is the whole vicious circle. It is like we are right here. The Las Vegas Raiders got hype. We're just a quarterback away. We got our coach. We got our defensive coordinator. We got a good defense. We got a little bit of this. We got a lot of all pieces. Stop it. Stop it. The Raiders are terrible. The only way the Las Vegas Raiders will ever have a shot in the next 3 years, the only way they got a shot in the next 3 years is if they get Aaron Rodgers. It's simple as that. Las Vegas Raiders, you want to be good? Go get Aaron Rodgers right now. Bring back Devontae Adams right now. Hell, you might as well go get Allen Lazard while you're at it. While you're at it, go down to Saints and trade for MVS. Bring back the whole freaking crew, right? Why not? While you're at it, make a trade for Myles Garret too. Go all in on 2025. Go all in. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Allen Lazard, MVS with Brock Bowers and Max Crosby and Myles Garret. You might have a shot. Give it to me, baby. But come on, old man River. You're crazy, my man, to think that the Lions and the Raiders both make the Super Bowl. Not even just one of them, but both of them? Slow it down, baby.
Pigskin pun. Get you some.
But, hey, I love you like a brother and fuck you like a sister because you are a pigskin pundit. I'll let it slide this time. Jim Powell says, not sure if they can repeat, but who else can compete in the NFC? Jim, that is a great question. Because when you look at the NFC, I think the NFC is very, very competitive right now. As much as I dog the Detroit Lions, they are still a pretty good team. They still have a pretty good roster constructed. With Aiden Hutchinson back this season, along with Jadarius Smith underneath that system a little bit more, maybe they can bring in the right defensive coordinator to basically play into that to an already built, established team there, right? I think the Detroit Lions do have a competitive chance in the NFC. Then you cannot overlook the Washington Commanders. Whether you want to admit it or not, you cannot overlook the Washington Commanders. Yes, Jayden Daniels has ruined the NFL for everybody. Yes, Jayden Daniels will be an MVP like 5 years running, right? But hey, still got the Washington Commanders. Then, let me throw out some curveballs for you there, Jim.
Pigskin pun. Get you some.
Jim is also a Pigskin Pundit, the CEO of the Pigskin Pundits, guys. Be like Jim and become a Pigskin Pundit. Click on the subscribe button down below. Get some extra footage, behind-the-scenes footage, and some, free merch. But let me throw a curveball at you here, Jim. The New York Football Giants. You're thinking, what? The Giants, Buck, are you high? Are you crazy? No. The New York Football Giants have a pretty good defense. They have a pretty good offense. They have a nice young receiving core. They have that running back that kind of really came out of nowhere this season. Of course, he's no Saquon Barkley by any stretch of the imagination, but he's still pretty damn good, right? Still pretty good, baby. And if the New York Giants can go out there and add a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, now, I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers is cream of the crop like he used to be, but he's a good bridge gap quarterback for 2, maybe 3 seasons, possibly. You bring in Aaron Rodgers, you bring in Devontae Adams because they're a package deal. Mix that with Malik Neighbors, that running back, can't think of his name right now. But then that really good the underrated defense that they got. Do not sleep on the Giants. And of course, can you ever sleep on the Dallas Cowboys? Can you legitimately ever stop sleeping on the Dallas Cowboys? No, you cannot. The Dallas Cowboys will always be there, Jim. The Dallas Cowboys will always be at the top competing for that championship because they're the best team in the NFC, hands down, period. The Dallas Cowboys, baby. Jim also says they didn't need to play perfect, though. The Chiefs were terrible. Jim, you are right, my man. You are absolutely right, Jim. The Chiefs were terrible in that game. I said we were having a little Super Bowl gathering over at the house here, right? Just some family, my brother-in-laws, my sister-in-laws, and my wife and kids, right? When I saw the Kansas City Chiefs walk out of that tunnel, Jim, when I saw them walk out of the tunnel, there was zero excitement on the probably 85% of that team. Patrick Mahomes looked drained. Travis Kelce looked drained. Hell, D-Hop playing in his first Super Bowl, Xavier Worthy playing in his first Super Bowl. They're kind of like, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. The Kansas City Chiefs seemed like, to me, didn't even want to be there. The Kansas City Chiefs seemed to me, they're like, whatever. It is what it is. We win, we lose, we lose. I was like, what? Like, as a Chiefs fan, I was pissed off watching them walk out of that tunnel. Because if I remember right, they walked out second. Philadelphia Eagles walked out first. They were hyped. They were jumping around. They're like, yeah, we here, baby. We about to school some mofos, right? Flex doing the, right? Hell, I was ready to run through a wall seeing some of those guys come out, right? And I'm 37 years old. I have a problem getting out of bed, put on my freaking shoes, right? And then you can't see Chiefs come out and like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. I'm ready to go to Aruba. I'm ready to go to the beach. I'm just ready to get the fuck out of here like the other day. Like, I was not happy. Jim, you are right. Chiefs were terrible. No question about it. The Chiefs were terrible, right? Jim says, oh, whoa, slow it down, baby!
Pigskin pun. Get you some.
Jim, I understand you are a Pigskin pundit. I understand I need to address this comment with a grain of salt. I understand that you just trying to poke the bear a little bit, but you guys need to understand that the Las Vegas Raiders has been their year for the last 10. For the last 10 years, it has been the Las Vegas Raiders years. For the last 10 years, it's been the Las Vegas Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders. But then he says, this is our year. Chip Kelly is on Dr. Evil's level. Evil genius. Jim, I want you to do some research here. I want you to go home tonight. After school, this is school. After school, you got some homework, Jim. I want you to go to YouTube. I want you to sit on your couch, get a bottle of lotion and some tears, because I want you to Google Shady McCoy's interview about Chip Kelly. I want you to YouTube Shady Shady McCoy speaks on Chip Kelly. He said Chip Kelly was unanimously hated. He was hated by everybody in that locker room. Everybody on the Philadelphia Eagles hated Chip Kelly. He micromanaged everything. He did not get players to step up. He did not get players to do whatever. People unanimously hated him. The black folk, the white folk, the Chinese folk, the Mexicans, the water girls, the water boys, everybody hated Chip Kelly. He went to college, had a little bit more success. Little bit. Was fired. And then he went over to Ohio State. Yes, he did win a natty as the offensive coordinator. Yes, they did have a really, really good offense as well. However, I got words from inside the Ohio State locker room that 80% of the offense did not like Chip Kelly. People do not like Chip Kelly, Jim. It is what it is. People do not like Chip Kelly. My man JM is in the chat today. He says, what is he says, Goff has been exposed. Pressure and he crumbles. Pressure Jared Goff and he crumbles. You are not wrong. You are not wrong, JM. 100% right. JM also says Raiders won't sniff the playoffs for a decade. Let's not get too crazy, right? The NFL is ever evolving, right? The NFL, you can be terrible one week and great the next week, right? The NFL is ever evolving. So let's just slow it down there. Let's not dig too crazy, right? Let's not dig too crazy. Old Man River, Mr. Picks and Punny, he's like he says, I can see your negative attitude after beating the Chiefs. Took a memory serves correctly. The Lions beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Philly hasn't. I don't really care. I don't really care. Let's just be honest. Casey Morgan's a pigskin pundit too.
Pigskin pun. Get you some.
Casey says Raiders just need to find the right quarterback, and then maybe they can start going forward. And I don't think they're going to find the quarterback anytime soon, Casey. They can find a bridge guy in Aaron Rodgers this next season. They can find a bridge guy in Trey Lance, maybe Kirk Cousins, maybe Sam Darnold. They can find a bridge guy. But in this year's draft, I don't see the franchise quarterback like Bo Nix, like Caleb Williams, like Jayden Daniels, right? I don't see that franchise-shaping quarterback in this year's draft. Yes, Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders might have success in the NFL if they go to the right team, if they go to the right situation, but they are not going to be a team that you build around like Jayden Daniels, right? JM says they have a tight end and an edge rusher. They are trash everywhere else, meaning the Raiders. Raiders got a pretty good linebacking crew. Diablo's pretty good, and then I cannot think of the other guy's name. But that whole front seven is a pretty good, right? Whole front seven, pretty good. Jim says blank Rodgers, we get the whole Ohio State kid, and Carr is coming back. Slow it down, baby. Slow it down. Slow it down. Alpha Rob says Buck is crushing the Super Bowl dreams of the Lions and like the Raiders. Just facts are facts, man. Facts are facts. Jim says everybody else is playing for second seed, beating behind the Philadelphia Eagles. And Jim, I think you are right. I mean, obviously, I think that the Eagles are a pretty good team. I think the Eagles, as currently constructed, nobody right now, if they play their A+ game, can beat them. Now, what will happen this free agency? Are they going to lose Zach? Are they going to lose Josh Sweat? Are they going to lose right guard McCall Peckham, right? Those are going to be some big losses if that were to happen. So we'll see about that. Alpha Rob says Mahomes looked like he was running in sand. Listen, that whole Kansas City Chiefs game, Alpha Rob, guys, like in general. Now, I took the week off because I had some surgeries on like on my mouth and stuff, and it was a planned break, right? But people are saying, "Oh, you're dodging the hate, you're dodging this." No, I wasn't dodging anything, right? I give smoke and I can take smoke, and I am eating crow about my Kansas City Chiefs, and And Alpha Rob, I heard rumors that they said Patrick Mahomes was concussed after the first quarter. I think it was, which like that is no excuse, right? That is no excuse for playing the way that he played, right? But yeah, it definitely looked like the whole team was kind of in slow motion. Like honestly, it looked like the whole team was just kind of like going through the motions. Then they just wanted to get out of there. They simply just wanted to play that game and get the F out. That is what they wanted to do, right? Laura Johnson's in the chat.
Pigskin pun. Get you some.
What's up, Laura? Laura's a pigskin pun, and good evening to you, Laura, as well. Alpha Rob says KC blew their tire versus the Bills. I wouldn't say blow their tire, but they definitely blew the load, right? They definitely blew their load 100%. Jim says it was a rare instance in the bowl that the Chiefs games. It is a rare instance in this bowl that it was the Chiefs game to lose and Philly's game to win. Usually it's the even expectations. Jim, let me ask you this. When people start hating on you so much, right? Game after game, week after week, year after year, they're hoping for your downfall. They're praying for your downfall. They want you to lose so bad just so they can run you through the mud. Do you think that took more toll on the Kansas City Chiefs than the actual game itself? Because me personally, me as a human being, as a man, as a person, I can only take so much of people praying on my downfall before I just like, you know what? Why not? Right? Now I had that moment thought for like 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, you know, fuck you, right? But at the end of the day, I'm just like, but it is mentally exhausting. It does beat you down. And everybody just wanted the Eagles to beat the Kansas City Chiefs so bad because they're tired of talking about the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know. Kev says, bro, you can barely pronounce your words. Sorry about your luck there, Kev. It says, what are you saying? I don't know what I'm saying. Maybe you should tune in a little earlier. You can know what you're talking about, Kev. But whatever, it is what it is. Old Man River says, you don't have to like him, but you are paid well to do a job. Splaney is the quarterback's or linebacker's name. Thank you for that. And Laura. Me and you have a little heart to heart here, Laura. Laura says, I will take the blame for the Kansas City Chiefs not winning. So, Laura, I love you. I appreciate you. I know you are excelling in life, Laura. But damn it, your football life, we have to break up, Laura. Your football fandom, we need to break up, Laura. Every team you rooted for this postseason, Laura, lost. The Vikings, first round exit. The Green Bay Packers, first round exit. The Detroit Lions, first round exit. The Baltimore Ravens, first round exit. Every team you rooted for, Laura, lost in the playoffs. I don't think you had one correct pick this whole playoffs. The Buffalo Bills, you're like, beat the Kansas City Chiefs, lost. The Washington Commanders, beat the Philadelphia Eagles, lost. Laura, maybe you have better luck in 2025. Maybe, just maybe, you'll do better in 2025, but you get the blame for the Kansas City Chiefs losing 100%. It is all your fault that the Kansas City Chiefs lost. It is all your fault. So you need to go to the corner, Laura. Think about what you done did. Think about what you done did said. And when you need to do better next year. You need to do better next year because the Philadelphia Eagles, guys, had a hell of a 2020-24 season. They had a hell of a season. They were number one in the power rankings for a very, very long time. But was the 2024 season a fluke? Was the 2024 Philadelphia Eagles a fluke season? Was their Super Bowl run a fluke? Because when you look at the Eagles objectively, the Eagles did have one of the best rushing attacks in the NFL. They were top-notch, 1 and 2 all season long in that rushing attack. However, they had one of the worst passing attacks in the NFL all season long, ranked 29th, 28th, and 30th, respectively, for 18 weeks of the NFL season. Now, they did have one of the best defenses all season long. They started off rough. We all wanted to fire everybody. Week 4, we wanted to fire Nick Sirianni. We wanted to bench Jalen Hurts. We wanted to bench Saquon Barkley. We wanted A.J. Brown out of town. We wanted everybody gone in Philadelphia Eagles. Then they turned it on, and they did not look back. Guys, you guys understand that Philadelphia Eagles have been to 2 Super Bowls in the last 3 seasons. They won one of them just 10 days ago, the 2025 NFL Super Bowl for the 2024 NFL season. And they've been to 3 Super Bowls in the last 7 years, winning 2 of them. You guys understand that the Philadelphia Eagles are actually a pretty damn good team. Howie, their general manager, has built a winning formula team. This team is great. This team is dominant. This team is built for success for a very, very long time. It's showing that 3 Super Bowls in 7 years. That's tough, baby. That is tough. 2 in the last 3. Guys, this 2024 NFL season, this Super Bowl run for the Philadelphia Eagles was 100% not a fluke. This was not a fluke. No way, shape, or how this was a fluke. If you guys think this was a fluke, you guys are either a Dallas Cowboys fan, a Kansas City Chiefs fan, or a Detroit Lions fan. That is the only way you guys can think logically that this season for the Philadelphia Eagles was a fluke. Best rushing team, best defense. Yes, they had the worst passing attack, but damn it, they were still pretty effective. That's why Jalen Hurts is the man, the myth, the legend. That's why Jalen Hurts won the Super Bowl MVP, because he may not have to pass the ball for 250 yards plus every game, but when he passes it, he is damn effective. Understand that, guys. This 2024 season was not a fluke for the Philadelphia Eagles. The last season wasn't a fluke. The year before that wasn't a fluke. 7, 8 years ago wasn't a fluke either. They are them. Understand that. Wrap your head around that. The Eagles are them, and they are here to stay as long as Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni and Howie is the general manager. As long as they're together, to the moon, baby. To the moon. So, guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think? Was this year for the Philadelphia Eagles a fluke? Was this year a fluke? Jim Powell says, I don't know about the mentalism it takes, but the Steelers in the 70s, Niners in the 80s, and the Cowboys in the 90s, and the Patriots in the 2000s, and now KC, your mentality has to be tough as your linebackers. So he is referring to the comments about how mentally draining it is to be hated on, right? So, Jim, let's take this comment step by step by step. 1970s, the Pittsburgh Steelers. The only thing they had to worry about was the newspapers, right? There wasn't no ESPN. There wasn't no Sports Center. There wasn't, hell, were there even live games in the 1970s? Pretty much the Steelers, the only thing they had to worry about was themselves and themselves alone, right? 1980s for the 49ers, much of the same. Yes, sports media started to come out and be a little bit more dominant, right? I like a little bit of this. I like a little bit of that. In the 1990s, you had the Dallas Cowboys. Sports media started to come up a little bit more, right? But still not really a thing. 2000s, yes, we had Sports Center. Yes, we had, NFL Talk. We had First Take and all of the debate shows, but that was very easily turned off. Let me turn on CNN. Let me turn on the Weather Channel. Let me do a little bit of this. Let me do a little bit of that. The 2020s Kansas City Chiefs, everywhere you turned, their dogs, their wives, aunts, uncles, brothers, and sisters. If you turn on Twitter or X, they're there hating on you. You turn on Facebook, they're hating on you. You turn on Snapchat, they're there hating on you. TikTok, IG, ESPN, CNN, Fox Sports, whatever you want, they're always hating on them. It just gets tough at the end of the day, baby. It gets tough. Very, very, very tough. Old Man River says the Philadelphia Eagles will be a 12-win team and wins the division next season. Old Man River?
Pigskin pun. Get you some.
I don't think there has been a repeat winner in the NFC East in like 12 years. It seems, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the last 12 to 15 years, there has not been a repeat winner in the NFC East. Now, obviously, I need to go back and fact check that. But for sure, for the last 10, I cannot think of a repeat winner. It's been the Cowboys and Eagles going back and forth. The Giants snuck in there 1 year, and then the Redskins snuck in there a year. I mean, 12 wins is a great season. But the Commanders still got a second place schedule. They'll have a favorable schedule. They should win a lot of games too. I don't know. I'm just saying. Nobody likes to show off. There's another reason why they lost. The Kansas City Chiefs. Who was showing off? Laura's like, I still want to be friends. Laura, we can still be friends. We can still be friends. Laura says, as much as I dislike the Eagles, they definitely came out to win and definitely put themselves on notice. Watch them out this season. Listen, it is a lot easier to fly under the radar and then poof, hey, we're here, than as to have that bullseye on your back game after game after game. As the Super Bowl winner, you will play September 4th, which is 198 days away. Let me confirm that. Let me get on my Yep, 198 days away. So whether it's the Cowboys, whether it's the Commanders or the Lions or whoever they play that opening game, you better damn well that everybody and their dog is going to get their number one shot. You are going to get the best shot from every team if you're the Philadelphia Eagles this 2025 season. It is going to be tough. It is going to be tough. Old Man River says the 70s rocked for football. There, Sparky. Watch some crunch courses. I'm not saying the 70s were bad, Old Man River. I'm just saying that it was easier to avoid the nonsense. It was very easy not to read the newspapers. It was very easy not to turn on your local news and like see your news anchor talking bad about you. That is all I'm saying. Social media has made it very, very tough to focus on strictly football. Old Man River says the crunch course is the reason of the rule changes. Oh. Jim says, all I know is the Raiders are going to come out on the NFL like in 2025, like the U.S. hockey team came out on the Canadians. If you know, you know. If you know, you know, right? All right, guys, let's talk some more about the Philadelphia Eagles, and let's talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Jalen freaking Hurts, Mr. Super Bowl MVP himself. Guys, Jalen Hurts has been talked down on all season long. Jalen Hurts was just like, hey, you are here to get the ball to Saquon. Maybe a little bit of tush push, maybe a little bit of this, but at the end of the day, you are here just to be here. You are replaceable by any quarterback in the NFL. Guys, Jalen Hurts come out and said, hold my beer. Come out and threw the 250-plus yards versus the Commanders. Come out and threw out for the 200-plus yards versus the Kansas City Chiefs and won that Super Bowl MVP. Guys, is it time to give Jalen Hurts his flowers? Is it time to give credit where credit is due? Whew, that is tough. That is tough because Jalen Hurts had one of his worst stats of his NFL career in 2024. He threw for under 3,000 yards this season. He threw just 18 touchdown passes this season. He had a season rating under 100 for the first time since 2022. He did not have a very good stat-wise career hands down or season hands down. He was just not very good this season in the stat books. But you know who else threw for under 3,000 yards this season? The man, the myth, the legend, future Hall of Famer, Super Bowl winning quarterback, Russell Wilson. You know who else threw for under 3,000 yards this season? Tua, Derek Carr, Trevor Lawrence, the highest paid quarterback in the NFL for like 2 weeks. Dak Prescott, top 5 quarterback himself. Anthony Richards is Mr. I'm going to tap out on third and short. Andy Dalton, the man that just signed a 2-year contract extension. Mr. Red Rocket himself, and the most undersung hero in the NFL, Jacoby Brissett. All those starting quarterbacks also threw for under 3,000 yards. You want to know who else threw for under 18 touchdowns this season? Let's talk about it. Kirk Cousins, baby. Mr. Ow. Let me give you $300 million, Kurt. 16 touchdowns. Tua, less than 18. Russ, less than 18. Bryce Young, Derek Carr, Dak, Jameis Winston, and Gardner Minshew all had under 18 touchdowns passing this season too. Guys, Jalen Hurts is a winner. He's a Super Bowl MVP. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Jalen Hurts is the man, the myth, the legend. We broke down film on him this last summer. He is that man. He goes out there and he wins the way he needs to win. Whether it's hand the ball up to Shaquan, whether it's do a little tush push, whether it's throw the ball down the field for 8 yards, whether it's push the ball down for 50 yards. Hell, whether it's to take 9 sacks. Jalen Hurts does what it does to win football games. Jalen Hurts is better than Joe Burrow. Jalen Hurts is better than Lamar Jackson. Jalen Hurts is better than the one and only Dak Prescott. Jalen Hurts is better than Josh Allen. Guys, Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Put some respect on the guy's name right now. Stop hating on him. Stop looking at the stats. Oh, under 3,000 yards passing, only 18 touchdowns. He had 5 interceptions. 4 of those interceptions came the first 2 weeks of the NFL season. Understand that. Understand that. Jalen Hurts is the man, the myth, the legend himself. Top 5 quarterback. When I rank my top 5 quarterbacks here in the next few weeks, I guarantee you he'll be in the top 5. I guarantee it. I have a little inside source saying he's a top 5 quarterback. It is what it is. So, guys, is it time to give Jalen Hurts his flowers? It is time to talk about Jalen Hurts, about how great he is. Let us know in the comments below. Let us know. JM says Hurts succeeded because Spags sold out, stopping Barkley. Hurts succeeded all season long, JM. All season long, Jalen Hurts was out there doing his thing. Jalen Hurts was out there, hey, if he needed to throw for 20 yards in that game, he did that. If he needed to come out and throw for 250 yards, he did that. Now, Steve Spagnuolo had a great game plan to stop Saquon Barkley. He forgot about how good Jalen Hurts is. I think a lot of people forgot about how good Jalen Hurts could actually be. There's a reason why Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles went to the Super Bowl just a couple years ago. There's a reason why. Where did my shit go? There's a reason why they are them, right? Lost the comments. Let's pull it back up. Give me 1 second. Old Man River, Mr. Pigskin Pundit.
Pigskin Pundit. Get you some.
And he says, not by me. He went to Alabama and won a national championship off the bench and battled with Tua. Nothing else bad to say about him. Class act. He went to Oklahoma and graduated from Oklahoma too. JM says, whoa, slow it down. You cannot be putting Russell Wilson out there because he missed 6 games. You cannot be putting Derek Carr out there because he missed 7 games. You cannot put Tua out there because he missed 6 games. Listen, it's not my fault that they got hurt. It's not my fault that they can't throw over 3,000 yards in still 14 games. It is what it is. And James says his sack rate was horrendous. It was very horrendous. It was not very good. Let's just be honest. The sack rate for Jalen Hurts, he took a lot of sacks. I think he took 9 just in the postseason alone. JM, you were absolutely right. He did take a lot of sacks. Still only threw 1 interception past week 5. Still only threw 5 interceptions all season long. Still won the Super Bowl. Still won the Super Bowl MVP. And half of I was like, whoa, slow it down, baby. He says, you said better than Josh Allen? Let me clear my ears and roll that back and clip that. Yes, I said Jalen Hurts is better than Josh Allen. I said it, Alpha Rob. Jalen Hurts, head-to-head, his team versus Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, his team. Jalen Hurts is going to win. Josh Allen might put up crazy stats. But you know what? Jalen Hurts does what it has to do to win the game. That's why he's better than Josh Allen. James says Hurts took too many sacks all season long. He did. But still had success. But was still the man, the myth, the legend. But right? James said they literally abandoned the pass attack after Tampa because Hurts was too horrible. No, they abandoned the pass attack because they realized that Saquon Barkley wasn't being utilized enough. Once they started to utilize Saquon Barkley and he was getting 150, 160, 180 yards every game, why go away from that if you don't have to? Why go away from a workhorse that you know is only going to be there for a couple years, maybe 3 tops? Use them and abuse them. Bada bing, bada boom. Move on down the field. Old Man River asks a great question. He says, do you think Jalen Hurts is a game manager? 100%. Jalen Hurts is 100% a game manager. There's no question about it. He is out there to manage the game. Now, he can go out there and win you a game, just like Patrick Mahomes can go out there and win you a game, like Tom Brady can go out there and win you a game. But when your team is built on defense and running game, go out there and don't suck, my man. Go out there and don't turn the ball over. Go out there and hit the open receiver. Manage the game. 100%. 100% a game manager. No question about it. And game manager is not a bad term. Game manager is not a bad term. Make sure you guys know that. One more time for the people in the back. Game manager is not a bad term. All right, guys, so we are quickly approaching hour number 2 on this Man Hour NFL Talk. We're live every Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. East Coast time. Excuse me, had a little wet the whistle there. Now, guys, we are in the off-season mode, so we'll be taking some time off here or there. There will be some shows that they will be streaming, but sometimes they may not be live. But we will still be here every Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. East Coast time moving forward. But let's go ahead and jump around and talk a little about some NFL news. Let's jump in there and talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Aaron freaking Rodgers. That's right, guys. Aaron Rodgers has been told that he will be released/cut by the New York football Jets before the start of the NFL season next month. Along with Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams will more than likely be cut/released as well. Now, there are some quarterbacks out there that are looking for that bridge gap type of quarterback. Cleveland Browns, Las Vegas Raiders, Tennessee Titans, and the New York Football Giants are all looking for a quarterback in the 2025 NFL season. Now, let's just be honest, there's probably only 1, maybe 2, potentially 3 quarterbacks in the NFL draft this season that you should go out there and really get after, right? I don't think any of them are franchise changing, so therefore you're going to have to get you a nice veteran quarterback until next season, until Arch Manning comes out, might be the correct call. So guys, when we look at Aaron Rodgers being released/cut by the New York football Jets, what team makes the most sense? Aaron Rodgers. Laura, we all know that you love yourself some Aaron Rodgers. We all know you want him to see him in the purple and gold. We know we want to see him in Minnesota. But truth be told, Aaron Rodgers is a bridge gap quarterback. He's 41 years old, and he's 100% on the other side of the hill on his NFL career. Pete Carroll, let's talk about the Raiders, is looking to build a culture. Pete Carroll has his team going in the right direction, potentially. It's offseason, but potentially going in the right direction. The Las Vegas Raiders have a good tight end in Brock Bowers. They have a pretty good running back committee out there, and they got a pretty good defense as well, at least a front 7. They are a bridge gap quarterback away for having success. So when we look at Aaron Rodgers, guys, him going to the Las Vegas Raiders makes a lot of sense. Aaron Rodgers putting on the black and silver makes a lot of sense. Because the Raiders pissed away their top draft picks by winning the last couple weeks of the NFL season, trying to keep AP his job. I guess I don't know why, but they won, and they really hurt their draft stock. So therefore, see ya Cam Ward, see ya Shador Sanders, see ya Travis Hunter. No more of that. Guys, Aaron Rodgers to the Las Vegas Raiders, to me, makes perfect sense. Nice bridge gap guy. Maybe he can teach Aiden O'Connell a thing or two. Maybe he can teach Gardner Minshew a thing or two. Maybe he can be just good enough to get them a decent draft pick next season so they can move up and trade for Arch Manning the following season. But the other teams out there, the Tennessee Titans, boy, they are a long ways away. The Tennessee Titans need hell of a more than just Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to go to a losing team. Aaron Rodgers wants to have a chance to win a Super Bowl. Raiders, it's a stretch. But the Tennessee Titans, that's like throwing a fishing lure in a frozen pond with no hole in it, trying to win the Super Bowl. The Titans are done. Get them out of here. Now the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns. Guys, just a couple years ago, I was high on the Cleveland Browns. Not like high, but I was high on them. Baker Mayfield, they had Odell Beckham Jr., right? They had a lot of good talent in Cleveland. Then Odell Beckham Jr. got all on his high horse and I'm great. Get Baker out of here. We need a real quarterback. Insert Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson has been a shit show. He's played like, 18 total games. Guys, the Browns are not that bad. The Browns are not that bad. They have a pretty good defense. They have some Myles Garret issues, right? They have some issues that need to be addressed. But if Aaron Rodgers would go to the Cleveland Browns with Jerry Jeudy and that defense and Nick Chubb, the Browns could make some noise. I like Aaron Rodgers going to the Browns. But the team that I think that will change everything for Aaron Rodgers, a team that he should 100% go to right now, he should not even leave Jersey. He should go across the hallway and he should go sign with the New York Football Giants right now. Aaron Rodgers and the New York Football Giants wins the NFC East. They have a pretty good defense. Really underrated defense. Brian Burns and those boys are pretty damn good. Thibodeau, right? That defense is slept on. Got a nice young receiving core. Offensive line needs a little bit of work, needs a little bit of help. Got a pretty good running back. You put Aaron Rodgers on the Giants, they're competing with the Commanders. They're competing with the Eagles. They may not beat the Dallas Cowboys, but they're competing with the Dallas Cowboys. So, guys, what do you in the comments below? What do you guys think that Aaron Rodgers should go to? Giants, Browns, Titans, or the Las Vegas Raiders, or another team? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Tyrone Washington in the chat. What's up, Tyrone? He says Eagles. Woohoo! Great win. Alpha Rob says, hey, we're forgetting a very key player in this aspect. We are forgetting the other black team out there. That's the Pittsburgh Steelers. Russell Wilson's a free agent. Justin Fields is a free agent. Why not bring in Aaron Rodgers? Why not draft a rookie? Why not groom that rookie and let him train underneath Aaron Rodgers? And now for Rob, you might be 100% right. You might be 100% right. Aaron Rodgers to the Pittsburgh Steelers does make sense. I kind of like it. Old Man River says it's the Brett Favre story. Go from the Green Bay Packers, make a stupid-ass trade to the New York Jets, suck, and then go to the Minnesota Vikings and make the playoffs. Old Man River is a pigskin pun.
Skin pun. Get you some.
He says, I see Wilson in Vegas. Reuniting with Pete Carroll, Russell Wilson, back in Vegas, back in the Super Bowl, baby! Oh, slow it down. Tyrone Washington says, we catching up. What are you catching up to? I don't know what you're talking to. Old Man River says Aaron Rodgers needs to go to San Francisco. Go to the West Coast. Brock Purdy is not the man, the myth, the legend everybody's making him out to be. Go back to San Francisco and go back where it should have started 20 some odd years ago. That's what Old Man River's saying. Ooh, slow it down, baby. Slow it down. Slow it down. Damn. Damn. Woo, that scared me. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today. We got snow coming. We got the snow showers coming, and I got to get out there and plow the old driveway. Old wife says, hey, come get this roads done. We got to work in the morning. But I said, baby, got another hour of man hour. She said, do 3 hours tomorrow. I said, how about 2 hours tomorrow? All right, guys, this has been live, raw, uncut NFL talk. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, 9 p.m. East Coast time. We got a lot to talk about tomorrow. We got Toxic Tuesday to talk about. We got the Factor Crap. Then we got Myles Garret and Jayden Daniel, how he has ruined the NFL. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. But until then, guys, this has been live, raw, uncut. We out.